Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. So what's going on, good brother Drake? Really didn't anticipate you being on here, but I gotta put this out there, brother. After what happened tonight, man. What's going on, good brother Drake? So this video right here, as you all know, I have a channel. So this video right here, as you all know, I have a channel. Get rid of this echo here. All right. I'm doing. I'm getting feedback from something here. All right. Give me 1 second, family. All right. Hopefully the echo's gone. Yeah, it seems to be gone now. Anyways, no, it's still here. Hold on, let me refresh. Okay, we're gonna try it again. All right, seems to be working now. Now it's still here. It's causing this echo, man. A second, I'm struggling with this right here, man. Give me a second. Maybe I clicked on the wrong. Let me try this one. Let me try this one. All right, I'm gonna try this again, man. Echo seem to be gone. All right. Nah, it's still here. What the hell, man? Maybe it was that. I think it was coming from the Zoom that was still. Oh.
It's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's causing this echo, man.
It's 1 o'clock.
Sure what's causing this echo, man. Let's see. Try to open up YouTube. No, it's not YouTube. It's the stream. I'm trying to figure this out. Hey, bear with me, family. There's something going on with the StreamYard that I'm getting the mic feedback. Everything I say is echoing here. I'm trying to figure this out. If you're with something going on with the stream, it's too small. Everything I say is echoing here. Okay, I got it now. My mic was unplugged. So that should resolve that. My Yeti was unplugged. So that should resolve that. All right, so first what 8 minutes or so it's just like me trying to resolve the mic issue. But nevertheless, if you're watching this video, just skip past the first 8 minutes. So we're gonna go into it. So we're gonna talk about shadow men and Amazon women. They detest real alpha men. And so what actually inspired this this stream right here is earlier tonight, as the brother Shaw can attest to, and the brother um Drake can attest to, is that we had a guy that came on in the meeting, and it was a shadow man. And to those of you that do not realize what a shadow man is, what's going on, Will? It was a shadow man. And to those of you that do not realize what a shadow man is, it's a man that exhibits feminine energy. A shadow man, he detests real men. He hates real men. He envy real men. And they always jaw japping about real men behind the real man's back. They will never, when he meet the real man, he won't look the real man in the eyes and tell him how he feel. He'll always go to someone else like this shadow man did Yashabin. So we're gonna start off with a precept, the book of Job 40. Matter of fact, Drake, come on in the room, man. Come on in the room, Drake. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna drop the link in the room. Come on in the room. We're gonna start with the book of Job, and I'm not gonna be too long. We're gonna start with the book of Job 40:7. This is the Most High giving Job a commandment, and he tells him, "Gird up thy loins like a man. Gird up thy loins like a man." Why did the Most High tell Job this? When a man, when an Israelite man is told, "Hey, Shalom, brother, Marquez," when an Israelite man is told to gird up his loins, that means he is to tuck his garment in his belt and get ready for war. And so this is what we have to say to most of you shadow men. There's a lot of shadow men out there. Now, there's two types, and I'm going to go into that. Because one, he tries to play the part like he's a real masculine man. But when it comes down to it, dude is really not masculine at all. That's all hype. He may as well put on that damn red nose and that makeup because he has a mask. And otherwise, he's a damn clown. He's playing a role. It's an act. So I have constantly have problems with shadow men. I don't know what it is. And they always seem to be attracted to my energy. They come around. They say they want to be a part of T-Doc.
They say they want to be a part of the anti-police brutality commandos. Shy, you can speak to this, man. You've been around for a minute. You've seen them come and they go. These are shadow men. A shadow man is a man that has feminine energy, feminine characteristic. He's really a cock. He's really a mangina because he caters to women and he behaves like a woman. And so the other problem that real alpha men have is they have to deal with Amazon women. So we have two forces that's coming against the real men in this world hard body, and that's shadow men and Amazon women. Women, an Amazon woman is a woman that exhibits too much masculine energy. And I'm giving you a little bit of history on them as well, to those of you that may not be familiar with that. So I constantly have problems with shadow men going behind my back, and they talk about me like a little wuss, but they say they want to be a part of something that I'm trying to bring real men into the fold and help us coalesce as men. And I'm gonna tell you something about a real man. A real man would never talk about another real man behind his back. He will look him in the eyes and tell him how he feel. But most real men never have problems with each other unless it's territorial. Like you mess with his woman or something. Otherwise, real men really don't beef with each other. And real men always respect another real man because he knows if he take it there, he's dealing with a real man. And he doesn't want that kind of problem. A real man, a real alpha is always going to, when I say real man, I'm talking about an alpha man. A real alpha is always going to respect another alpha. Now, again, am I lying, Drake? This recently occurred tonight. You had a shadow man that came on the call and he started to exhibit like this deluge of feminine energy.
Con,
What, Drake?
con. Yeah, he couldn't hold it back no matter what. I mean,
Drake is on the
he
call, but I guess its mic is not working. But nevertheless, and then when I pointed that out, I was like, look at you, man. Look how your voice is going up. You all in your emotions, that's feminine energy. And that really rocked as well when it came out more. He stood brushing his dreads back like a female. The feminine energy, that feminine spirit just came on him hard. So that's a shadow man. It's a false perception of a real man. And so a shadow man told General Yashabin what he didn't like about me. And so this is one of the primary characteristics of a shadow man. This is what you look for. And I'm into something. Women are generally not attracted to shadow men because a shadow man is a beta male. He's generally a simp male, right? A simp beta male. And that's one of the primary characteristics of a shadow man is that he has feminine traits. Now, when I say that, he doesn't necessarily have to look effeminate. He doesn't necessarily have to look like a lady boy. But he generally has feminine gestures. He behaves like a female, like he always looking for polemics. He loves the art of disputation. He always wants to argue, but he'll generally talk bad about that alpha behind the alpha back. But when he get into the alpha's face to face and the alpha look him in the eyes, he don't have a damn thing to say. He's quiet. He's usually quiet then, just like a woman. They talk a lot, but there's really no action there. See, real alphas, they see a problem and they fix that problem. Real men, real alphas are about resolutions. They're about fixing things. But one of the primary characteristics of a shadow man is he has feminine traits. And it doesn't necessarily mean, again, he doesn't necessarily have to look feminine. He may not even act feminine, but he may not have feminine gestures, right? But he is emotionless. He talks. It's all about jaw japping, talking of a tent. He's not about getting things done. And the shadow man typically stays stationary. He just sit around gossip, just like women do. This is what the shadow man does. He goes behind the back of real alpha men and he talks bad about the alpha. But what he says, he's good at talking. He's really good at talking, but he never gets crap done. He never takes action. And this, my brothers, is feminine energy. It's all meaningless gossip. Now, on the other hand, being a masculine man, you're a real alpha. You know, alphas are aggressive. They're assertive. They're very protective. An alpha seeks to impose his will on his environment. We seek to impose our will and get things done. But what we live in a culture today where there's a deluge of Amazon women that are overly masculine. And then you have a very, very large percentage of shadow men that is raised by women. And so they exhibit these same effeminate traits. And then when they come in the midst of real men, they don't know how to deal with them. They feel intimidated. They feel threatened. And so they talk real bad about the real alphas behind their back. All the while, they're wishing that they was like the alpha. But they knew deep down inside that they can never be like that. They don't know how to bring it out because they only know what they have experience with, and that's being a shadow, effeminate man, a simp, in other words. Now, one might ask, what is an Amazon woman, Tazada? Drake, is your mic working yet?
Yeah, as far as I know, my mic is working. Can you hear me? Can anyone else hear me?
Still silent. So one might ask, what is Shaw? You come on in the room, Shaw. If you could talk, not going to be much longer. There's a link right there. So one might ask, Tazada, what is an Amazon woman? What do you mean an Amazon woman? Check this out. When you look at history, right, for a long time, modern scholars believe that the Amazons were just a figment of ancient imaginations, right? But they believed that they were fierce women of ancient Greek lore who supposedly sparred with Hercules. And they live in lesbians, matriarchies, and hacked off their breasts so that they could better fire their arrows. When you read Homer, he immortalized them in the Iliad. Enos later played a central role in Wonder Woman comic, right? Now, historians have argued that they were probably a propaganda tool to create Athena women in line. But there's other theories that suggest that they may have had been beardless men mistaken for women by the Greek. But that's all theory, because now archaeologists have proven evidence that shows that legends about the horseback riding, bow wielding women fighters were almost certainly rooted in reality. So these kind of women, these Amazon women, really did exist. And these were women that tried to their damage to exhibit masculine traits. And so what we see today in this feminist culture, this gynocentric culture, it is not new. So we've always had, when we look at history, some type of Amazon women that were tried to raise up, and they hate real men. They hate real men. So we see this all the time. We see these Amazon women, and we see these shadow men. And so such are two types, right? There's two types of shadow men. And as you come in the room, go ahead and give a thumbs up, right? Go ahead and give a thumbs up. There's two types of men, right? The first type, he wants women. The first type of shadow man, he's very effeminate. He's very flamboyant. And he may not be gay, right? Now listen to what I'm saying. He may not be gay, but he exhibited feminine characteristics. He's very flamboyant. You know what I mean? Like he exhibits a lot of feminine energy. And he wants to attract women. He likes women. But most women don't want to deal with a man like that. That's that damn effeminate. Most women are turned off by that. That's the kind of man that the woman say, yeah, you're too nice. I don't want to ruin our friendship. That kind of woman, that kind of man, the woman generally don't want to deal with because he's too damn effeminized. Oh man, you talk too harshly. You curse. You can't be a priest. You curse. You can't be a priest. You curse, man. And God wants people to be nice. What did he say, Shaw, earlier? God wants us to be he wants us to be peaceful. Did you hear the shadow man say that earlier, Shaw?
Come.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Either you guys' mic is not working, or
All
I'm
right,
just
let's
not
just
hearing
check.
you.
Sean,
Can
can you
guys
hear me?
okay?
Yeah, we hear you.
Can you hear me okay, Sean?
Come.
Sean, can you hear me?
Because I'm
I
not
can hear
hearing you,
Drake.
man. And I'm not hearing Drake. I see your mic moving, but I can't hear nothing coming out, man. What's going on here?
I missed that. What did you say? Could you hear me?
People on YouTube, can you hear Shaw talking or Drake? Say something, Drake, because I can't hear you.
I'm talking, but I don't know how to type the
Yeah,
comments. I don't see that.
I can't hear you.
Otherwise, I would
What's
type
going on
in
with
as
this
well.
computer, man?
Sean, can you hear me?
My volume turned up.
Your mic is off, Sean.
It's interesting. I see you talking, man. I don't hear nothing.
Yeah, we hear you just fine.
It's weird, man. I can't hear neither one of you guys, man. Let's see. Hold on, I'm gonna refresh this, man. I'm gonna go out and come back in and see if I can hear you, man. All right, can you hear me, Drake?
I hear you just fine. Can you hear me now?
I hear you, man. What's going on? I'm muted out.
I do hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I hear you,
I hear
Sean.
you on YouTube. Is this StreamYard just falling out?
So.
It's weird.
Yeah, I can hear. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Sean. Can you hear me?
Second, let me check something out here, man. Weird. What the heck happened? Yeah, I can hear you when I unmute my YouTube, but I'm not hearing you on the StreamYard. Something's going on with the StreamYard. So when I see your mic talking, moving, I'll know that you're saying something, but otherwise I can't hear what's being stated.
Yeah.
I don't even hear myself like
I
I
was able
generally
to
do.
hear Shaw. I don't know if Shaw can hear me. And we can hear you, Tita. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Sosa.
Hey, try saying something now, Drake.
Okay, can you hear me now? Now can you hear me? Now can you hear me? Now.
Anyways, I can't hear you, man. So getting back to this, man. I'm not sure. I can't. I'll check it out later. Maybe it needs to be a reboot or something here. Because if I unmute my YouTube, I can hear you, but it's gonna cause an echo. I'll check it out later.
Okay. Right. I can hear Shaw and I can hear you.
This has happened, man.
It seems like someone else can hear me. Sosa can hear us all.
All right, nevertheless, right. So, as I was saying, so the shadow man, there's two kinds. One is generally effeminate, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean that he's gay. He just has a lot of feminine characteristics. He acts really effeminate and flamboyant, and he likes women. But women typically don't like him because he's too damn effeminized, and a woman doesn't want to deal with an effeminized man like that. Now, the second type, they forcefully exhibit masculine characteristics. You might see him in the gym, working out all hard, and he's not masculine at all. It's all a damn act. He tries to act real tough. He plays real tough. He'll even issue threats at you, right? He tries to act really masculine. He's a good actor. But when it really comes down to it, when everything hits the fan, he's not an alpha. He's not an alpha. He's a masculine acting shadow man. That's the second type. It's a mask. It's all a mask. He's really not real. So the book of Job 38:3 says, gird up your loins like a man, for I will demand it of thee. Answer to me. So the Creator is telling us again and again to be men, stand up like men, not to be weak. Men are in charge, man. Men make things happen. Men get things done. See, these guys are just talking, right? The shadow men, they're always just talking like the Amazon women. This is why a lot of these women, they hate real men. A lot of these women, they hate real alpha men. They hate that kind of energy. They hate that. They detest that. So we got two types of entities out here that's going against this. Is these shadow beta simp men and the Amazon women that's overly masculine. Right? They hate real men. You understand? They hate real men, Mikael. They hate real men. And we'll say something. See if I can hear you.
Hey, shalom.
Yeah, I can hear you. Trust said something now, Drake.
Can you hear me now? No? You still can't hear me?
Drake, say something, Sean.
Yeah, I'm saying stuff. I'm saying, I'm
Now, I don't know
talking.
what's going on with him, man. So
I
now,
can hear him. I can hear both of them.
What was that?
I can hear both of them.
You probably have me muted.
I can't hear them, man. I only can hear you. It's weird. Drake, go out of the room and come back in.
I'm on my phone though. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Yeah, that shouldn't make a difference, man. Shaw, trying to say something.
Shalom, what's good?
Nah, go out and come back in, Shaw. It might be because Will just came in, man. I don't. That's weird, man. Totally weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a real war going on the alpha male. They're really trying to eliminate the alpha male. And so when they see men like me, like the dude, like I was saying earlier, the dude came behind like a little whisk.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. I don't like how you talk. The
Can
most
you hear me now?
Yeah, come. We can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear you now. I could probably hear Sean now also. Yeah, so the guy, the Most High wants people to be nice, and you can't talk like that, and that's feminine energy, man. And so these shadow men, they hate real alphas. They hate it, and the other reason they hate alphas because they're in fear of an alpha taking their woman, because they know real women are attracted to alpha energy. They fear that thing. They hate that thing, and the damn Amazon women, which is another word for a lesbian, she hates the alpha male because she's his competition. She tries to be his, and I tell you guys, you better listen to what I'm saying, man. There's a real war going on against alpha male. They're attempting to emasculate the alpha male. And so these guys, these shadow men, they're just talking. But a true masculine man, he has power of self from within. And a shadow man, he hates on a true alpha. He hates a real man. They have jealousy and envy. And this is why I keep experiencing this again and again. Am I lying, Will? How many guys keep coming up against me? They come around. They come around. Shaw, you've been around for a lot longer than Will. How many times have you seen this? How many times have you seen this, Shaw?
Con, plenty of times.
These guys come around and they act real like they cool, but in their hearts they have jealousy and envy. And I'm thinking these guys are cool. And then you know what the bad thing, the crazy thing about it? I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it. They go and tell someone else, like this shadow dude told Yashabin. And Yashabin brought it up and told me, listen, man, you need to go and bring it out. See, that's what shadow sent beta men do. They talk behind your back. George happened. Talk of intent. Just like women, it's gossip. They just gossip, huh? Real talk.
Come on.
So they just talk, but a real masculine man, he gets things done. But these shadow men and these Amazon women, they're filled with envy and jealousy. And real men, you see this all the time. Mikael know what I'm talking about because he's talking about it in the room. Real men see
You
this
wasn't
all
wrong.
the time.
You wasn't wrong about the brother because we watched the hair flip thing and that was like,
Come on. See, I wasn't the only one that caught that. He flipping his hair back like a damn woman.
I didn't see him.
Yeah, he flick his damn hair back like Becky. Real feminine, man, on both sides. What the hell is this, man? Look at
another thing that was very feminine is that the other thing that was very feminine is even though he's being shown something, it's like he just want to stay on his own channel no matter what. And it's just like, people tell me, well, at least come with some scripture to back up. Well, no, it's what I feel. What I feel.
He's in his feelings. In his feelings. And that's destroying our people, man. So and many of you guys, you alpha men, you know what I'm talking about. You see these guys, they be on your jaw. You see them at work. These guys, they be on your jaw. It's the guy that you discover. He's been talking trash about you. And you don't even know the damn guy. You don't even know the guy is talking bad about you. Like, I didn't even know this guy had said something until Yashabin brought it out. You see what I'm saying? And this is how they move. That's the same thing women do. They sit around and they gossip. Men don't have time for that, man. A man looks at a problem and he say, listen, man, how do I fix this? That's what a real alpha does. You don't even know who the heck he is, man, but he's talking bad about you. And they never take action. Just like women. You see how when a group of women get on the phone and they talk and they gossip, and like before they know it, 3, 4, 5 hours have passed by. They just gossiping. Nothing's getting done. They gossiping and wonder where our husband is upset when he comes home because she's been on the damn phone all day gossiping. That's what these shadow men do. They got that same energy. They got that same energy. They go to other men trying to talk bad about you. That's feminine energy. They sit around and they talk and they take no action. And so you put this along with Amazon women. When she sees a real man, she sees him. When she sees the alpha, she sees that as competition. So she doesn't like him on that premise. But I'm going to hit you something on the low. She's still attracted to the alpha man because at the end of the day, she's still a woman. No matter how much she try to cover it up, she's still attracted to that masculinity in the man, even though she'll deny it. She'll deny it.
And then that's why she wants to beat him up too.
But she's still attracted to that, man. She's still attracted to that. So don't let him fool you. Yet on her deepest level, she's turned on by a real alpha, a real masculine man. Because at the end of the day, she's still a woman. She's still a woman. See, real men like, myself, Mikael, probably the brothers that's on the core, they deem us toxic masculinity. That's the terminology they have for us. Toxic masculinity. You're too masculine. Shadow men, they're always hating on you, man. I've often had other shadow men again and again that secretly harboring hate for me without, and they express it to someone else. Like he went to Yashabin. I don't know a damn thing about it. Yashabin brings it up, huh?
So that's
I
like
don't even know
envy.
the brother.
That's like envy.
Con. I don't
Shit,
even know the brother. That was my second time seeing the brother.
I've only been around for like a couple months. I've seen this happen a couple times now. It's crazy.
What's
It's
even more
crazy.
delirious is why would you come around? You understand? Something attracted you around. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't like this. You come around, "Oh, I'm not used to this." They say, no, the Most High wants people to be peaceful and nice.
It's like, man, you ain't been watching the videos then, man. You don't know how we come around here. What
Got me the
you
most
got
though.
going
I
on?
mean that you actually talked to him as long as you did, and I noticed he changed after like a long time, like broke through the barrier with him, and then it was just like, okay, maybe there's something that I'm missing that I need to get, and it seemed like he started paying more attention. But at first, it was just like, just stuck, just plain stuck.
Yeah, he just kept going on, and he couldn't receive anything because he kept talking, and I kept pointing that out. Like, you keep talking over me, the same thing, man. I feel like I'm talking to my woman, man. I mean, you getting in your feminine energy, man, like a woman. You can't contain your emotions. I was like, yo, check yourself, Jane. Contain your emotions.
God,
You know why?
God.
It's because deep down within, they realize they can't compete. And women, they can feel this energy, man, from masculine men. But women can feel that energy. See, no real man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I reiterate this. No real man ever goes against another real man, another alpha, unless you cross the line and it's territorial or something like that. Like you dealt with his woman, you crossed the man on some money. Otherwise, a real man never really has problems with another real man. And if he has problems with that man, he's going to go to that man and look him in the eye. He's not going to go and tell someone else. That's feminine energy, man. That's feminine energy. See, shadow men, they go into bitch mode. That's why he had a problem with me. Oh, man, you can't call a woman a bitch, man. I said, yo, man, the Most High called the woman a bitch at the well, man. Female door.
Con.
Female door.
Con.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what I was listening to.
That's not what that means. When we asked him, what is a female dog then? What did he say then?
I think that he was trying to be Christ-like, like the one, the gay son of the Pope. He was trying to fit that image, and he thought that that's the image that Israel is supposed to be, and Christ, and priests and all that. He's supposed to be feminine like that.
You check this out, man. Isaiah 56:10 says, "His watchmen are blind; they are ignorant. They are all dumb dogs." You see what I'm saying? People are insulted in the scriptures again and again. Which one of you like to be called a dog? But this is what Yeshaya, the prophet Isaiah, was saying about the watchmen of Israel. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark. That means they're stupid, man. Every dog could bark, right? Unless it's a damn wolf. But he said they cannot bark, sleeping lying down, loving to slumber, meaning they lazy. And that's your shadow man right there. He's a dumb dog. He hears nothing, man. So again and again, you see in the scriptures, people are insulted again and again. But yeah, nah, man, you can't curse. Yeah, no problem. Then he went into the whole doctrine about bishop can't have more than one wife. I said, brother, you don't even understand that precept, man. Go and read it in the Greek. But that's a shadow man for you. Let me hit you something, man. If the shadow man meets the real alpha face to face, he gets really quiet. He gets really quiet. They threaten you from a distance, but when he meets the alpha face to face, he won't look the alpha in the eyes, tell him how he's felt. And if the alpha go up in his damn jaw, tap his damn jaw, You know what the shadow man will do? He'll dial 911 and play the victim. That's what shadow men do. It's not a real man. That's a sent beta male right there. And that's what a shadow man is. And that's the same damn thing that the Amazon woman will do. She'll try and take on that masculine energy. Then when the man whip her ass, she's going to call 911, man.
Come on,
Like
you
it's
right.
2001 all over again.
Ah,
And stop me where I'm lying at, man. They break down, man. Play the victim. But when they, just like a clique of women, they exacerbate the tension. And then when it pop off, he don't really want that, man. Because he's a shadow man. He's a scent. He's a scent. But the shadow man, like a man, a real man, if his woman has a problem, the real man will look at it and say, okay, this is the problem. This is what we got to do to fix it. You know what the damn shadow man will do? He'll sit around and he'll argue with her all damn day. Sometimes he'll even blame her. You'll never get any resolve because both of them are arguing like two women. It's all feminine energy. And so they hate real men. This is why these guys, a lot of these guys that come around me, they keep exposing themselves, man. They hate men like me. Because you know why? I say what's on my mind and I say it straightforward. They don't like that. They're not accustomed to that. And before the guy say it, did I not ask him, Drake, brother, were you raised by a single woman? He didn't want to say it, man. He kept trying to talk around it. I said, brother, were you
nail
raised
on
by
the
a
head right
single
there?
woman?
And
Hey.
right after you said that, then you see all kind of bitch come out.
Yeah. And then I told him, King, hold on, check yourself, man. You got your son right there, and look how you coming out of your face. You know what he's doing? He's teaching his son that same effeminate energy. Same feminine energy. So when his son grows up, he's going to be real bitchy, just like him. Like to argue.
I was trying to be polite when I was talking about the young culture, meaning because all the men were locked up and all they had was females around them, so they learned, how to behave like that, and everything, the conflict. Instead of respecting a man and listening to what he has to say, and then you say, and going back and forth, they try to dominate the conversation, and just they're really not listening to you when you're talking. They're just waiting for their turn to talk again.
Yeah, a real man generally he won't talk too much. But when it pops off, he's ready for war. When it pops off, he's ready for war. Real men don't announce what they're gonna do, like they're gonna threaten. Real men don't really do that, man. But when it's time to act, he acts, man. It's time for war. A warrior is an element of a real man. These guys is always talking this peace, man. You ain't no real man. You're not no alpha. A real man is akin to an eagle or a lion. He's like a hunter. You see what I'm saying? He imposes his will. When you have men that lack these traits, you know what they do? They hate alpha males. They hate alpha males, man. These the damn dudes when they get locked up, they be washed in someone's damn boxers, man. You understand what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, man. Every dude that goes to jail don't mean he's built like that, man. Some of these dudes is in there washing other dudes' drawers, man. Real talk. And those are your shadow men right there, man. Those are your shadow men. Getting this damn commissary took because you won't stand up. And they see you. If you real, they see you. And if you a biatch, they see you too, man. They see you. And these are the shadow simp men. And when you lack these kind of traits of real masculine alphas, you hate masculine alphas. If they were real men, they would be building things also instead of sitting around talking, jaw-japping with talk of intent. See, a man builds. A man creates. An alpha builds. He creates. He get up and get after it. The shadow man, he'll sit around just talking. He's crying about what real men are doing. And when you expose him, he plays the victim. See, in this feminist society, it's not new. These Amazon women, like I said, they've been running around, man, in the ancient times. But the men always put their behinds in check. And this is why, because now you have this gynocentric society where these courts and everyone is leaning towards the females because they're trying to emasculate the alpha men. So in this gynocentric society, you have all of these young boys that's being raised by men. And this is why now you can see men that's damn grandfathers, 65, 75, and they still behave like they're in their adolescence. They don't know how to behave like real men. It was never given to them because they never been around to be raised by a real alpha. And so they're very feminine and flamboyant like that dude was, man. And so most of these shadow men, they've been raised by these single women instead of trying to learn from a real man. You know what they do when they go around a real man? Instead of trying to learn from a real man, they hate on us. They attack us. And this is where all this hate, I be understand what's going on, man. This is why I come off like that. But it's not really hate. It's not really us that they hate. What they hate is what they're not, what they can't be. That's what they really hate. You understand? That's what they really hate. It's what they're not.
They got that desire because they see a real man and they want that. They know that's what they should be, but they can't be that. They can't be that.
Come on. But me, all they have to do is hang around long enough, man. If you hang around me long enough, man, you're gonna be infected with masculinity. You're gonna be infected with success. Real talk, man. Scientifically, man, if you study things like this, Drake, like the people that you're gonna be like most is the top 5 people that you affiliate with most. So if you go through your cell phone right now, the top 5 people that you talk to most of the time, big facts, your salary is somewhere between those top 5 people. So if you're hanging around a bunch of losers, you're gonna be a loser. This is why you gotta check the people that you're around, man. If you're hanging around a lot of shadow men, they're gonna bring you down to their level.
I eliminated my cell phone list. I don't have one anymore. It's gone.
Okay. I'm just using that as a catalyst. It could be anything. Whoever that you affiliate with most, that is what your salary is going to be based upon. The top 5 people. And that is what your life is going to be like. You're going to live in a similar community and so on and so forth. You always want to look up. You generally want to hang around people that have more than what you have if you're looking for success, man. Not someone that has less than what you had, because you're going to come down to their level, especially all 5 people if they're living on a lower Now, I'm not telling you to be materialistic, but scientifically it's been proven that things work this way, man. And I'm going to tell you something, man. In my conclusion, despite how long this COVID lasts, despite how long this so-called COVID pandemic lasts, when things are restored, it's going to be restored by men. It's not going to be restored by women. It's going to be restored by men. When things got shut down by men. Something all you shadow men and Amazon women need to consider. But we still have these Amazon women and these shadow men that hate real men like us. But it's time for the real men to stand the hell up and restore order. So I need everyone to muse over what I said here, because this happens every day. And a lot of men, a lot of alphas, they get these shadow men and these Amazon women that keep coming against them. So it's time for real men to really stand back up, man, and take your stance as the alpha male and stop settling, for what the society keeps throwing after us, which is to emasculate alphas, to effeminize the masculine man. And so to do so, they'll use words like toxic masculinity. What was that, Drake?
Khan, I see what they're doing. I mean, they were doing some experiments over there in Europe where they don't use the masculine feminine. They just say he, it, and they left that out. And then you see where in America there was an incident where this boy comes home to his parents and talking about they put a dress on me. You know what's going on with that? Parent came to school. curse them out, want to know what the heck is going on, and they talking about, well, refer to somebody else. Wait a minute, you're the one that put that dress on my son. You tell me what's going on. Oh no, I'm gonna call the police. You have to talk to such and such, and like they just, yeah. Anyways, I mean, we see what's going on in our society. They're trying to get people to be passive, so they go with whatever the heck they're gonna do to us, because they got all kind of plans. So long as we all beta or less, they're good with that. Like Brave New.
Hey, what's going on, Michael Brown? Yeah, you're right, brother. You're right. Yeah, that's spot on, man.
Yeah, I can't turn on the TV. I don't even watch TV no more because all it is just a bunch of feminism and a bunch of damn flamboyant dudes, and I don't even watch TV no more, bro.
But and the dude thought I was trying to insult him, but the way he's just started coming off, man, all that damn feminine energy, man. Come on, man.
I caught some of it, but when he came on talking about using curse words, being offended by that, I just was like, man, I don't know. I don't know if this is for you, brother. This might not be.
It's really not.
I don't know.
Man, I just look at it, brothers, man. I look at it just on the fact that the individuals that come to the channel, even that come with the channel to seek knowledge and try to understand truth, and coming in the docile and being docile to the fact of really understanding the truth. I mean, it's being shown because the simple fact of when we come in not knowing the truth, because we all came up under that doctrine of Christianity or Baptist or whatever, that you come in and trying to figure out what is the truth. And then when you hear it, you can't rectify, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even understand or want to accept to say, okay, what I was learned or what I was told, could not be the truth. But when you're actually reading the word coming from scriptures, coming from precepts, I mean, that's what I'm getting at with the brothers that's not taking the opportunity to hear, let alone what you already learned. Because it was a lot of teaching tonight. It was a lot of teaching tonight, not just off your word, from the words that the brother Ariel had, the brother Richard Birch had. So it could have confused you in a way that you want to say, okay, yeah, what I've learned and I already understand from knowing what the scriptures and the words that was taught can't be what he's coming forth with strictly straight from the word. It's not no second doctrine on a perception of what, like the scriptures say, I can't remember at this moment, but one should not come in thinking their own thoughts of the word. So that's what's coming around, and people cutting themselves, but they're not willing to understand the truth from what you bring into, and you cutting yourself.
So over the head, Shaw.
That's Second Peter's. There's no other interpretation.
Oh yeah. And also Proverbs 3 verse 5, trust in Yahweh with all thy heart and lean not towards your own understanding.
So tonight was just that what it was. And there's a lot of brothers who came through, they lean into their own understanding. And not truly hearing the word other than what you have been taught. So yeah, that's how I look at it.
Yeah, but man, some people, if someone's, this is what I told Yasha Beam and them, like It's not for him. You see what I'm saying? If you scriptures say if a man want to be ignorant, let him be ignorant, right? So Hamashiach Yahweh Shah, man, it says when you go into a city, when he was sending out the disciples, right? And he told them, go into a city and you come upon a house. If that house don't receive you, shake the dust off of your feet when you leave that house. And when that house is judged on the day of judgment, it's going to be worse than Sodom and Gomorrah for those people. So in other words, if someone comes to you with the truth and then you just literally reject that truth, even though the person is giving you precept upon precept, you got a hell of a judgment coming to you, man. You got a hell of a judgment coming to you, man.
Go on to my brother. Yeah, I called my brother after our session, and it was just the way we were dialoguing before. I didn't appreciate him. I could see all of that what we're talking about coming out in the way he was coming at me, and I just felt like, well, if that's how you want to relate, that's not straight up man on some equal terms. So you want to relate like that, then I don't think we're gonna be doing that. So like I said, yeah.
Con. Yeah. Matthew 10 and 14 says, 13, Matthew 10 and 13 is that if the house be worthy, actually Matthew 10 and 11, where it start, it says, enter into whatsoever city or town you shall enter, inquire who is in it is worthy. So not everyone is worthy of this, just because they're Israelite, and there abide till ye go hence. And when you come into a house, salute it, right? Give it your peace. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbarakatah. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it. So every peace is not going upon wicked people, man. But if the not be worthy, let your peace return to you. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when you depart out of that house or that city, shake off the dust from your feet. Surely, truly, truly, I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. So that's the kind of judgment. And the Most High hated Sodom and Gomorrah. He destroyed it with fire and brimstone. So he said people that don't receive that message is going to be worse for them than Sodom and Gomorrah. And this is what a lot of these guys are putting themselves in that kind of predicament, man. I mean, you get them precepts, they just be in their feelings. Now I'm trying to tell the brothers about, he's trying to, Jacob, he sinned because he wasn't supposed to marry two sisters. I said, brother, the Mosaic law wasn't in effect then. Understand what thy readers? Obviously he didn't. And I said that over and over, but the brother has so much feminine energy, he just kept talking and talking. And he wasn't receptive to none of that. He didn't hear any of that. Then after Richard went on his long spree, he I guess that kind of calmed him down, because that took the focus away from that dude. So then when I came back in, he was listening a little more, but still when I would try and talk, I'm telling you, man, whenever a masculine dude talk, these shadow men, they hate it. They hate it. Just like these Amazon women. They hate it. Like that, what's that woman, Lioness? Like, she's an Amazon woman. She's always in the background with something negative to say, but would never come on, because she knows she would have gotten cut.
You know how they say you can't win an argument with a woman, so don't even try? That's what that was like.
Yep. But when someone's mind is already made up, man, no matter what truth you bring to them, they're not going to hear it, because it's not their intent. See, this is what I learned a long time ago, Akim. When you're trying to teach some people and they say they're listening, they're not listening to try to get understanding. They're listening to see what they're going to say in response to what you're saying. So they're not even receiving what you're saying. And that kind of dialogue right there is useless. It's useless. First Corinthians 14:38 says, but if a man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. So if you want to be ignorant, let him be ignorant. It's really that simple, man. It's really that simple.
Well, I mean, it wasn't that he was ignorant. It's just that he was so wise that he couldn't accept anything else because he knew everything correct already. It's that simple.
Well, ignorant simply means
Being sarcastic.
someone that does not know, right? That's what ignorance is. It doesn't mean you're stupid. It just means you simply do not know. But you're kind of, you're right. A fool's wise in his own mind. But I don't know, man. Then the other things started to spark up. But I mean, that's what shadow men do. Shadow man is same as a simp beta male. Same thing. So, I mean, this is what we have against this, man. We have shadow men, which is a simp. And we have Amazon women, which is lesbians. That's what we have going on against this in a gynocentric society where most men are divorce rate in these court systems. When you go into these court systems, they divorce rape you, which means you come out with half of your property gone, if not more. That's divorce rate. And the man's life is usually destroyed after that. And so women know this. So what women typically do, they file for 70 to 75% of the divorces. And they win 90% of the custody cases. So men are divorce rate. Men are always paying out. So it's never advantageous in this society to get married in the system. If you get married in this system, you are straight up sent. You're a shadow man. And you're going to be taken on a journey that is going to end awfully, terribly. That's what it is, man. And so with that, man, I'm probably going to just go ahead and close this down, man. It's like it's 1:57 a.m. on the East Coast, but I just felt compelled to bring this out, man. It need to be brought out because there's too many shadow simp beta men out there. And it's really, it's really a huge attack on masculine men. It's coming from these Amazon women and these shadow simp beta males. And so we got to stand up as men, man, and rebuke this. So with that, I'm going to say shalom, man. Everybody be safe. Shalom.
Shalom. I
Shalom.
want to say one last